it was good. Good to get back out there on the court and play basketball. First game back from All Star can get sloppy at times. But overall, I was pleased with the way our guys competed and communicated and defended. After that first quarter, I thought we did a pretty good job of that stuff. So, we got some really good performances from different people, and it was nice getting Tyrese back out there on the court. Even though it's tough. It's tough when the minutes are that limited to kind of get a rhythm going. But it was still nice to get him back out there, get his feet under him going into this road trip.
Okay, we'll start with James Ham.
Yeah, Luke, we're seeing big performances from 4 of your 5 guys, but it's kind of been a consistent thing that we're seeing over the last, 5 or 6 games. Just how much would you like to see this core stay together a little bit longer and see what you have, or do you have a good enough idea of what you have?
No, I mean, we know we have a good idea of what we have. We know that what we have has a long way to go, but we feel confident that they can get there. It's one of those things. I feel like when we've had our healthy lineups and been able to stick to that rotation that we were using, like we've had some pretty good success. But unfortunately, we're at a stage right now that hopefully we're continuing to grow and get past that. But when we do get injuries or got certain guys are out, we've really struggled to pick up. So. Yeah, I mean, it was, it was a good effort from our group. We know we have to get a lot better, but we will with time and hard work. We'll continue to improve.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke.
Jason.
Hey, even going back to before the break, it seems like Corey's looked a lot more lively, like he's got his legs under him and been able to give you a little bit more on the court. What have you noticed differently about Corey in these last couple of weeks?
He's been very helpful to us surviving that last stretch leading into All-Star. And I completely agree, Jason. I thought he put together some really nice games. And tonight was another one where, he's just, he's professional in what he does. He, takes pride on the defense and he comes up with some loose balls, makes some winning plays throughout. So it's good to see that, the success we were having last year. Corey was a big part of that too when we had success. So it's good. We need it, and it's good to see.
Marshall Harris.
Hey, Luke, just in looking at some of the positives, I mean, how much were you looking at this as a possible, I don't want to call it a trap game, but just concerned about how they would show up after the length of the break and knowing that you might have some rust out there, specifically with Tyrese because he hasn't played in a while, but just with the team overall as you kind of shift gears to a second half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, that's always a concern coming out of All-Star. You've been in this league long enough, what these first games back can look like. So, at times it was pretty sloppy out there, and that Houston team obviously is going through a lot. They got, they got some key guys still out for them. But once you start playing, anything can happen. So, look, they made a run early in that fourth where, very easily could have turned back into a close ball game. And, I thought our guys did a good job of responding to that and handling their business. So, that's always a concern, but I was proud of our group for not giving into that.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, just along those lines, I mean, you guys have been involved in so many close, tight-knit games just to go down the stretch, and a few games where you've been on the, lopsided end, but to see a game where you guys really had a pretty comfortable lead along the way, I mean, does this kind of maybe go a long way for some of these guys?
Well, I don't know how it's a great teaching point because you see how fine of a line it is, right? And it's, every team would like to have more games like that, but it's, you build up a good lead by playing really hard and competing and executing. And then as soon as you let up just a little bit, a game can turn on you. And when momentum turns, a lot of times it's tough to get it back. So, I don't know if it goes a long way, but I know that it's it's another great learning and teaching opportunity for our group that to learn from.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, two questions. Firstly, about DeAaron, just how focused and refreshed did he look, and how important is that for him? And then secondly, noticing Hassan Whiteside's on the bench with you guys, even though he's out in protocols. Is there some kind of an explanation for that?
Yeah, DeAaron, he looked great yesterday in practice too. Great energy. Like I said, look, this has been a grueling season for everybody. So I think the break was good for him, like it was all of us. And it was good to see him out there. He really, I thought, did a nice job of taking over at different times throughout the game when we really needed him to. So that was good to see again. I was really proud of the group for stepping up and knocking down free throws. Like that was a big part of us being able to maintain a lead throughout, was knocking down our free throws and staying aggressive. And then I would say with Hassan, yeah, I'm not going to comment on it just because it still has to do with the health and safety protocols. I don't know the exact information that's allowed to be shared. So I'll have Alex reach out to you guys with whatever that is, but it is still health and safety protocols.
All right, Marshall Harris.
Hey, Luke, just want to follow up on what you just said about the free throws. Obviously, that was a big reason why you guys were able to coast tonight late in the game. Specifically with Marvin Bagley, how much can a night like this really affect maybe his confidence? Because even though he's just 2 for 7 from the field, he's attacking. That's the way he's always played. And to go to the line 7 times and to knock down all 7 of those free throws.
Yeah, it's great. And that's what we need out of him. And that's what we need out of everyone else. A lot of free throws comes down to confidence, and when you knock them down, you obviously feel more confident about going there the next time. So it's something that we really have to look to improve on. We get to the league to the line, I think the 7th most amount in the NBA, and then we shoot 30th percentage wise. So we're leaving a lot, and like you said earlier, we're in a ton of close games. So just that little thing of getting there and knocking them down can be the difference in wins and losses. And it was good to see coming out of the break that we knocked them down tonight.
James Ham.
Hey, Luke, kind of going off the DeAaron question there, he's averaging like 9.4 assists coming into tonight. He has another 9 assists tonight. Are we seeing sort of the maturation of him, that next step where he becomes the distributor that you guys really need him to be?
Yes, well, it's a process like everything else, James. I think that's one of the places he's made a nice, he's made some nice growth so far this season in, and I still think he's just scratching the surface of where he can get with that. Just as far as his ability to collapse defenses, he's not going to average 18 assists a game. I don't mean it by the number, because the number is pretty legit right now with where he's at assist wise, but his full understanding and ability to get anyone on his team a shot when when he knows that they need it, I think is where his he's just starting to scratch that.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.